Picture a young man, all of 19, living in a small town, facing hardships that would break the best of us. This isn't a tale spun from fiction, but the real-life saga of a boy on the cusp of manhood, battling against the odds stacked high against him. Born into a family that was more familiar with the gnawing pangs of hunger than the taste of a hearty meal, our protagonist's life was steeped in poverty. The tiny, dilapidated shack he called home was a stark reminder of the destitution that was his constant companion. His early years were not filled with the joyous laughter of carefree childhood, but with the harsh realities of life that he was forced to confront far too early. Education, the great equalizer, was a luxury that seemed far beyond his reach. His days were spent not in the comforting embrace of a school, but in the unforgiving grind of menial jobs. Yet, he clung on to his dreams with a tenacity that was both admirable and heartbreaking. He yearned to learn, to grow, to break free from the chains of his circumstances. Just when it seemed like life couldn't possibly get any harder, it did. He was struck down by a life-threatening illness, an illness that not only ravaged his already frail body, but also threatened to extinguish the spark of hope that he had nurtured so carefully. His future, already uncertain, was now hanging by a thread. But our hero was not one to bow down to adversity. He was made of sterner stuff. He refused to let his circumstances define him. His spirit, unbroken, rose above the trials that life threw his way. He was ready to fight, to struggle, to persist. And so, our unlikely hero was about to embark on a journey. A journey fraught with obstacles, but also filled with possibilities. A journey that would change his life forever. This young man, all of 19, living in a small town, was about to teach us 5 life lessons that every human should know. Lessons that speak of persistence, positivity, hard work, resilience, and gratitude. But our protagonist didn't let his circumstances define him. He was about to embark on a journey that would change his life forever. The first life lesson is persistence. It's about not giving up, no matter how hard things get. Let's get back to our protagonist. Picture this. A young man, full of life, suddenly struck down by a debilitating illness. Struggling, stumbling, but never surrendering. His journey through treatment was far from smooth. The road was fraught with setbacks, medical complications, painful procedures, and the ever-looming shadow of despair. But did he allow these obstacles to deter him? Absolutely not. He held on to hope like a lifeline, persisting through the toughest of times. Every stumble was a lesson, every setback a stepping stone. His determination was unwavering. He chose to fight, to persevere, to persist. And eventually, he triumphed, emerging stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. The young man's persistence was the first step in his transformation. It taught him the value of never giving up. The second life lesson is positivity. It's about maintaining a positive outlook, even in the face of adversity. Now let's take a look at our protagonist. Remember how he was in the throes of recovery, faced with challenges that seemed insurmountable? It was positivity that kept him going. He chose to see the silver lining in every cloud, to find the light at the end of the tunnel. He didn't just sit back and wish for things to get better. He used positivity as a tool, a weapon even, to fight his battles. He turned every setback into a setup for a comeback, every obstacle into an opportunity. And you know what? It worked. His positive attitude was infectious. It not only helped him, but it also inspired those around him. Positivity was his guiding light in the darkest of times. It fueled his determination and gave him the strength to continue. The third life lesson is hard work. It's about putting in the effort, no matter how daunting the task may seem. Our protagonist, coming from humble beginnings, faced a mountain of challenges. His health was fragile, resources were scarce, but his will was unbreakable. He knew that his education was his ticket to a better life, and he was determined to do whatever it took to climb that mountain. He challenged himself daily, studying under streetlights when the sun went down, reading borrowed books until the words blurred, and writing notes on scrap pieces of paper. He didn't have the luxury of a comfortable study space or the latest educational tools, but what he lacked in resources, he made up for in sheer determination. He embodied the truth that hard work is about rolling up your sleeves and getting the job done, no matter what. Through hard work, he proved that no obstacle is too big to overcome. The fourth life lesson is resilience. It's about bouncing back from failures and setbacks. Picture this, our protagonist weathering storm after storm. He's been knocked down time and again by life's harsh realities. But does he stay down? No. Each time he hits the ground, he gets back up, dusts himself off, and keeps going. Resilience is not about being invincible. It's about accepting that we all stumble, we all fall. But it's the courage to stand up again that truly defines us. Our hero didn't have a smooth journey. The road was littered with obstacles, yet every setback was another chance for him to prove his mettle. To show that he was made of tougher stuff, he demonstrated resilience in the face of adversity, proving that failure is just another stepping stone to success. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you rise up again. Resilience, my friends, is the real key to success. The final life lesson is gratitude. It's about appreciating what you have, no matter how little it may seem. Our hero, despite his hardships, always carried an air of thankfulness. He was grateful for the smallest of things, a warm meal, a good day, a kind word. He found joy in the mundane, and that was his superpower. When life was tough, when the world seemed against him, he would remind himself of the things he was thankful for. It wasn't about ignoring the hardship, but rather acknowledging the good amidst it all. This perspective of gratitude wasn't just a mindset, it was his guiding light, his compass in the storm. Gratitude, my friends, is not just about saying thank you, it's a way of seeing the world. It's a life philosophy that can turn adversity into opportunity, sorrow into joy. His gratitude for life and its opportunities was the key to his transformation. Our protagonist's journey teaches us valuable life lessons that we all can apply in our own lives. Let's take a moment to reflect on these nuggets of wisdom. First, we have persistence. It's about pushing through even when the going gets tough and not letting setbacks deter us from our goals. Second is positivity. Embracing a positive mindset can turn challenges into opportunities. Third, we learned about the power of hard work. Nothing worthwhile comes easy, and it's the sweat and effort we put in that truly counts. Fourth is resilience. Life will knock us down, but it's our ability to bounce back that defines us. And lastly, gratitude. It's about acknowledging the good in our lives and being thankful for it. These 5 life lessons are fundamental to personal growth and success. They are not just lessons, but guiding principles to live by. If you found these lessons helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Let's continue this journey of learning and growth together.